How do you feel that the response for Fallout 76 has been so far?
In general, it's been awesome. You know, I've talked to a number of fans outside the booth. You know, been spending some time trying to get online and chat with folks and answer questions. I think the more folks find out and sort of start filling in blanks and understanding maybe some of the assumptions or things that they, you know, something worked one way that it doesn't actually work that way.
Yeah.
But why? Why are there a bunch of people thinking things will work one way, but in reality it works a totally different way? Let's scroll all the way back to when we first found out about Fallout 76. We got this awesome trailer. We saw Todd Howard come out in front of the stream, all of our hearts dropped, and Take Me Home to Country Roads instantly was memeified. And off that, it looked like, hey, we're getting a new Fallout. People are hyped. But then we got the leaks, and for many, some of that hype began to turn into concern and eventually into conflict. But it's okay, because we had the E3 presentation. This was going to clear everything up and make it so our concerns were addressed. We sat there watching patiently as each game went by until that moment came again when Todd Howard walked out on screen. 37 minutes later, he walked off, many of our minds being blown in the process. They announced not only Fallout 76, but also Starfield and the Elder Scrolls 6. This was massive. And even though, yeah, it's going to be an always online multiplayer game, that's fine. Those concerns were addressed. Todd Howard said it himself.
Of course you can play this solo, all right? You'll be who you want, exploring a huge world, doing quests, experiencing a story, and leveling up.
So it'll probably be like a mode, or it'll just be built around you being able to play by yourself, right? And what about mods? Are mods coming to this game, or is that not a thing anymore? Okay, cool. There's an interview tomorrow. That'll probably clear up a lot of my questions and put a lot of my concerns to rest.
Can I play offline?
You cannot. You will see, even if you're playing by yourself doing quests, you will see other players.
Okay. Now, the fans, I think, want to know about mods in an online environment. You know,
Sure. We love mods.
Yeah.
And so we are 100% committed to doing that in 76 as well.
Okay.
We will not be able to do that at launch.
Alright, so no real single player or solo play. You could just kind of play by yourself. But hey, at least we got mods at some point, right? But I do wonder, how's the PvP going to work? How many players are there going to be on a map? Is it going to be super crowded and grief central? Okay, cool. There's a documentary coming. All right, I'll make sure to watch that. I'm sure that'll answer some of my other questions.
But the game we're very proud of right now that we're going to ship is about 24 people on the server, 24 to 32. And we wanted to make it fun for bigger, like 12 on 12 death matches, right?
All right, cool. 32 players. That definitely sounds like a lot of fun. Even that 12 versus 12 deathmatch mode seemed like it could be kind of cool. Alright, so now where do I go to find out about VATS? I can continue linking interview after interview, but I think you guys get the point. Fallout 76 looks amazing. I think I'm going to probably dump more hours into this than even I did in Fallout 4. Always online is very different, but change isn't always a bad thing. What is a bad thing, or at the very least a little bit frustrating, is how difficult it was to actually get concrete answers to some of the details about Fallout 76. Bethesda said it themselves. They're taking this game in a totally new direction versus previous entries. It may still feel and play like a Fallout, but obviously it's going to be entirely online, and that's going to be fundamentally different. But it really feels like, to me, they didn't do a great job of explaining that to all of us as fans. Some of us are diehards and we will watch every single interview and know all of the details. Some of us aren't. And we'll watch the main E3 presentation and have a lot of questions that will just go unanswered until we play the game. Some people will watch one interview or another interview and find out some of the details, but not all of them. And really the point I'm trying to make is, with something so new and so different, why was everything kind of stretched out? Why are some of the details hidden until the interviewer asked that magic question? Things like mod support, that is a massive part of all the Fallout games, and I think most of us would agree on that, including Bethesda, yet we had to watch an interview after the conference to find out about it. Same thing with VATS, how nukes will actually work, anti-griefing measures. I mean, hell, depending on which interview you watch, you'll know different things about anti-grief. Did you know you can't kill people under level 5? Did you know nukes can only be targeted to certain destinations? Did you know while you're still in the vault, you can actually see other players also starting out their games? Is there voice chat? Maybe that was said in an interview and I just missed that one. As I get a fuller understanding of this game, my excitement only continues to increase. But to answer the question I posed at the start of this video, the reason so many people are confused and filling in the gaps is because of the way the information was distributed. There were so many different sources over so many different days, many of them just being interviews of one-off websites that some of us have never even heard of before. Now I understand Bethesda has a limited amount of time. They can't explain everything at their E3 conference. But there's a lot of other routes they could have went with this, whether it be a Q&A, maybe just an FAQ on their website to address some of the major things, like how mod support was going to work, how VATS was going to work, core components of previous games that were now a mystery. I want the takeaway from this video to be that Fallout 76 looks amazing to me, but I think there's a lot of confusion and even frustration among some because of how the information was dispersed about that game. At the very least, these are my opinions on it. I would love to hear your guys' opinions in the comments down below. I thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.